hey, I'm feeling like I'm going to just, quit everything I'm doing, and I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna become like an entrepreneur, because I'm a creative person, guys. So I'm just gonna just leave everything behind. I'm gonna go to work today. I'm just gonna quit my job. I'm just gonna quit my job, and I'm just gonna just go balls to the wall, and I'm just going to just I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. Screw it. I'm just gonna just it's time for me to spread my wings and fly finally. You know, um, should you guys actually do that? Is that something that you actually should do? Let's talk about that. You're going to do you have an actual game plan, Monica? Do you actually have a game plan? Are you actually are you actually making money in whatever side thing that you are excited about right now with your excitement spurt that you have going on? Are you actually going? Do you actually have money coming in where you can actually do that? Just where you can actually, your mindset is, I'm just going to leave everything behind, and I'm going to start doing this side hustle and this idea that I have. I'm just going to hit it and make it work. What about, let's let's go ahead and calm down, and let's think about it a little bit more strategically. Let's go ahead and think about it more concisely. Over here we don't do drugs, we don't do alcohol, and we don't have excitement spurts, and we don't operate off of emotions here. We try to be very logical and strategic when we do things, okay? So let's go ahead and give you a little bit of the perspective of how I might what my thoughts are on you when you tell me that. And I'm going to start to ask questions, because I've seen people. I know some people, that do that. They just drop out of college. They drop out of whatever they're trying to do, whatever trajectory that they're on. They just leave it all behind. They just drop it all, and they're like, oh, they just like gung ho. I'm gonna make this work, and their mindset is, because I'm gonna make this work. I have to just leave everything behind and just go full throttle on that in order to make it work. It's all or nothing. Who told you that that's how it works, or that's how it's supposed to work? That it's all or nothing. And more realistically, what's your situation? Does your situation allow you to do that? Let's assess. Let's take inventory of your situation. If you have bills to pay, how are you going to pay those bills? Do you have savings? Did you time box this effort? How long is it going to take you to get this done? Do you know what you're doing in order to get it done? Do you actually have a go-to-market strategy that you've thought about, and you have, like, week one, this has to happen. Week two, this has to happen. Week three, this has to happen. You know, how are you second? Another thing to consider is, how are you going to? Because these things that these ideas that you have, they're going to take. They might take money. They might take more money than what you have. They require you to develop the skills to be able to do it correctly over a sustained period of time. Do you know that you're going to have to sustain it most likely you're going to have to sustain it for a couple of years, maybe even a decade before it starts to work? Do you understand that it's not going to be something where it's like, oh, you're going to, where at your 9 to 5, you're work and then get paid, work and then get paid, work and then get paid, work and then get paid. This entrepreneurial route, do you know what this route requires? What it actually looks like? Do you have a realistic understanding of what it looks like and what it's going to take? Do you understand that the entrepreneurial creative things that you're trying to think about, that you're suddenly excited about, which could work, but you're like not based in reality on what it's going to look like, and it's probably going to look like work, 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 work. Get paid a little bit, and then again, work, 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 fail, fail, work, 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 struggle, 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 and then finally get paid again, and then finally get paid again a little bit more. And then another year, work, 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 struggle, fail, fail, struggle, struggle, work, work, learn, learn, work, work, and then get paid, get paid, get paid. And then work, 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 and then you kind of start to figure it out. Work, work, and then get paid, get paid, get paid, because you spent 3 years, 4 years working at it, not doom scrolling, but actually making some progress, some real progress, not busy work, but actual real work. And then work, 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 and then get paid, get paid, get paid, and then work, 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 and then get paid, get paid, get paid, because you're starting to figure it out a little bit now. You got it kind of honed in, right? And then work, work, get paid, get paid, get paid, work, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid, work, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid, vacation, vacation, get paid, get paid, get paid. These things that to create that kind of thing, it takes time, guys. So again, let's go back to the question. Let's go back to the first question I had there. Is it going to take you? Is it going to take you? Is it going to take you? Is it a good idea for you to leave your work that's giving you a steady income that might not make you rich, but it's paying the bills and it's giving you a little bit of extra disposable income to make something happen? Is it a good idea to leave that behind? Here's another alternative for you while you're trying to get all that work, struggle, work, which you should be doing you should actually keep your job. Here's a suggestion. Keep your job, but work on your side hustle on the side. It doesn't need to be an all or nothing black and white thing. In that video, what's that movie called? Star Wars. The Sith thinks in black and white. It's just black and white, one or the other. You're either with me or against me. It's one way or the other. No. You got to be nuanced out here, guys. You got to be. It's not everything's black and white. You got to be analytical, nuanced a little bit, and the middle ground here, which is the right approach. Stick with your job. I understand you might hate it, but it's giving you. You got to get that bag. You have to keep paying your bills, and you have to keep having some side money that you can use to sustain yourself as you build your side hustle. That is the smart approach, and that is the approach that you should take. Because here's the thing that you need to understand. Because most people were trained and told by their parents and these generations, the Boomer generation, the Gen Z generation, the Millennial generations, Gen X, we were all told, go to school, get a good degree and everything else. So what does your brain get trained to do? You're trained to be a worker bee. You're trained to take instructions from other people and implement those instructions, and then you get compensated for that, for your time, right? When you're trying to take the entrepreneurial creative route, there's nobody out there telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do and how you need to do it and what you need to think about. There's a lot of other moving parts and components that no one ever teaches you, because a worker bee doesn't need to know all those other components, right? So that's going to take you time to understand. It's going to take you time to understand how to build your service and your product. It's going to take you time to understand how to market yourself, how marketing works. A lot of people fail at that step too. How do you build the product or the service and you're excited about it. You got it all done and it's ready to go and you're happy. You put it out there and crickets. Because nobody knows you exist. Nobody knows that you're offering this service. Nobody knows that you're offering this product. Because nobody taught you how to advertise. Nobody taught you how to market. These are new skills that you have to learn. It takes time to learn these new skills and how to do it properly. So you're not supposed to leave your job. You're supposed to keep your job, your normal job, and learn these important skills. Realize that you need to learn these skills. Guys, there's a right way and a wrong way of doing things. And I'm just doing a brain dump right now to get you guys thinking about this. Should you leave your normal job? Should you leave your and just go crazy, go balls to the wall, one or the other? I'm going to make it work. No, be systematic. Be calculated with these things. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment in the video in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. Like the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.